Peace fam, Tiffany Hills popping in with a video. This video will be entitled Pay the Toll. So with everything going on, y'all, all the channels, we've been receiving all the energy that's been hitting the planet, all of the downloads we've been getting, all of the information. There comes a time when you reach a certain gateway that you have to pay a toll. You know how you go on trips, certain states require that you pay a toll in order to enter or go on the fast route or whatever the case may be. But you got to pay a toll. So in this particular case, it's going to be time, it's going to be money, and it's going to be food. You're going to have to do something out of the ordinary in order to pay this toll to get through. And it's almost like your heart is being judged in order for you to go to the next level. Like I was saying, Anubis wants, he was saying he wants our hearts to be light as a feather. Now remember, when I say these energies, Anubis and all the goddesses and all the guys, these are energies that are within us, family. These are names to define these energies, but it's nothing outside of us that we have to go and get. We have to activate within. So whenever we're talking about these energies, we're talking about our own high vibrational energy. Still working on the word power, still working on replacing it. So when I say pay the toll, it's going to be things that you wouldn't normally do, or it's going to be kind of like, well, dang, should I do this or that? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like a test. You know what I'm saying? So I was tested 3 different times. The first time was with time. Now Blue goes with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, Blue is always with me. And so before, all of the world went crazy, I used to pick people up all the time, like elderly people, mamas with kids. If it was cold outside, if they, had a long walk, I would, offer them a ride. Well, things have changed so much that you can't do that no more. So this particular day, Blue was not with me. And so I was driving and I saw this man kind of discombobulated. He was like one of them, we call them sugar sharp. They had back in the day, it was like long trench coats and the Dob hat. And, I can just tell he was well-to-do. And I'm trying to figure out why he's walking though. So as he's walking, he got his cane, and so I'm going east, he's going west, and I see that he's passing this overpass, and he's like trying to hold on to the fence. So I'm like, dang, what's going on? So I said, well, let me double back. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm doubling back, he's like holding himself up on this light pole. So, hey, Mushroom. He's holding himself up on this light pole. I'm like, damn. So I pull to the side. I say, sir, are you okay? And he looked at me, he said, no, I am not. I said, okay, well, let me park and I'm gonna help you get in the car. So he explained to me that he just went through dialysis and his ride never showed. So he was gonna walk the short blocks home, which he wasn't far from home, but in his condition, he should not have been, walking. So I said, he said, well, I'm trying to go pay my phone bill. I said, well, where is the phone place? I'll take you up there. Took him up there, pay this bill. So he get in the car and I'm like, okay, should I be doing this? But you know what I'm saying? I don't want stuff to go left. And he was just really out of it. He needed water. The clothes he had on was just too hot. He didn't want to take his coat off. I'm like, okay, well, let me just get him to where he needs to go. So he paid his bill. He came back to the car. Still, not 100. So he gets in the car. I said, well, sir, where do you live? He said, I live right down the street. I said, what's your name, sir? I didn't even ask your name. He said, William Isaac. Now, we've been talking about my William, right? His name was William Isaac. I said, okay. He said, I'm a pastor of a church. I said, oh, okay. So he said, I actually live in a church. It was a storefront building. He was having a hard time talking because I guess he needed to just kind of, catch his breath and just sit and be, because he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't 100. So, he shows me exactly where the place is, like a little storefront church. And he said, I think it's, I'm trying to remember the name of the church. Anywho, I drop him off. So I always wait. I was always told, and me and always did, when we was younger, they watched you to the door and waited until you got in the house. You never just drove off, because sometimes people forget their keys or something happens. You got to watch them all the way in the house. So I said, let me just make sure he gets all the way in. And so he started fumbling with it. He could not fumble. He could not get them keys. I said, okay, Spirit, do not get me snatched up now. I'm going to help this. I said, don't get me snatched up now. So I go and I unlock the door for him. And he was just like, thank you so much. I'm so embarrassed because I never needed nobody like this. I said, don't worry about it. So I dropped him off and go on about my business. And so I'm like, dang, what was that about? And, just left it at that. And so my sister, I think I asked her, because what gave me comfort is that he looked just like my one of my nephew's father. So my sister was like, sometimes it's not for you. It's just, it's a lesson for them. So the next instance was food. So I'm driving, and Blue was running low on food, and it was probably a week before I was gonna get my money. So I had to, I usually get him like some this hamburger meat from the store every now and then. Not it's like ground turkey. So it's like $2.39 or whatever. So I got him like 4. So I had like enough for 2 days. And so as I'm driving, it's like these people, these like refugees or whatever from Ukraine, when that whole Ukraine thing was going on. And so I pull up, I'm trying to, I didn't have anything to give. And, sometimes I give, sometimes I don't. And so I was like, let me get through this light, because I don't want to stop at the light and the lady's standing right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to give her or whatever. So lo and behold, I was like, I'm about to make this light. Then it turned red. I'm like, God damn. So I stopped. And so she was just as sweet as she wanted to be. So I waved. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't have any money. She said, no money, food, meat. I'm like, God damn. And I always put my groceries in my back, in the hatch. I never put them on the seat. I don't care if it's just one bag, but this particular time I had them in my on the front seat. Like, damn, okay. And so I gave her a half. Like I said, I bought 4, and I was like, first I thought, I was like, dang, this is for Blue. So I gave her 2, and she was so grateful. I said, okay, dang, what was that about? And it was crazy, because that day I went shopping, and I seen her going. And then I had to go back, because when you go to the self checkout, I forgot my bag, and it was the freaking meat. So I made it all the way home and had to drive all the way back, clear across town. So I'm like, God damn. So I knew it was meant to be, and it was the meat that she needed. The third time, just recently, I'm driving, and me and Blue coming back from our walk. I'm going home, and I see I stop, and I see like these bags all neatly, and some blankets neatly, arranged against this store, the side of the store. So I'm like, oh, this is somebody who's homeless. So I look over, and I see a man in a wheelchair, and I didn't even have to think. I said, whatever I had in my purse, I gave it to him. So I pulled up, and he was sitting in the wheelchair, and I said, how you doing? He was like, I'm hanging in there. So I gave him what I had, and because he for real homeless. You know what I mean? Especially when you have stuff like that arranged like that. I knew. I said, I didn't have a whole lot, but, what I gave him, he was very grateful. So when I say pay the toll, a lot of us be like, oh, as soon as I'm going to get this house, as soon as my credit get together, I'm going to get this when my money, everything is, geared about money, and, how we've been trained with this system. But no, nothing can be further from the truth. And so as you paying these tolls, this is how you getting the help that you need. This is how you accessing the information that you need, the people that you need, the favor that you need, the house, the car, the health, how people, how you struggling with your health, and you just find a person who going through the exact same thing you going through or went through, and they can give you the keys. I mean, it's so much, y'all. It's so many ways, that's why when you say wealthy is your health. Wealth is health. You know what I mean? Your health has to be in alignment with your resources. You know what I'm saying? And so I hear a lot of people say, when you get, these wonderful readings, or people speaking into your life, and they telling you all these wonderful things, well, you have to be in alignment. Your energy and your vibration has to be in alignment. Like, you have to rise up to the occasion. You just can't continue to do what you've been doing, and this stuff is just gonna fall into your lap. You got to really get out there and make sure that your vibration stays high, that your body stays healthy, that your mind stays healthy, so that you can recognize these opportunities. And most of the time, you have to create these opportunities. And so when you paying these tolls, lo and behold, some shit just work the fuck out. Like some rare, extraordinary, I cannot believe it, how did that happen? Because that's your power. You know what I'm saying? We can manifest anything we want. We have to know that's what DMX tell us: stand in the I am, and it is. And you don't see anything outside of that. You don't waver. You don't doubt. I wonder, did it work? You know what I'm saying? You know that you know that you know that you know. So family, pay the toll. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, like I said, time, food, and money. So I got some more videos coming, but I wanted to pop in here with that one. Get at me for your fairy readings, your spiritual consultations, your dream interpretations, your tailor-made inspirational voice notes, and your fairy dust. And I will see y'all in the next video or podcast. Peace.